Beauty is the way reality attracts us. Reality is there. It calls us. And the way we are captured is through beauty. Building the James Webb Space Telescope, beauty has been a primary factor, not only as a goal. We want to take beautiful images, beautiful spectra, go do beautiful discoveries, but beauty is the way you work in some way.
When I set out to study beauty in science, what drove me in part was a sense of surprise that scientists talk so much about beauty. I learned that this is the intrinsic motivation for science. It's that beauty of understanding. And that led me to wonder, would there be similar ways in which beauty animates other fields?
Brandon Vaidyanathan and his colleagues at the Catholic University of America recently completed a study called Work and Well-Being in Science. It was the world's first large-scale study of the role of beauty in science, tracking how it shapes the lives of scientists and the practice of science itself. Now, Vaidyanathan is convening the International Symposium on Beauty at Work, which seeks to extend this exploration of beauty to other types of work.
When we found that beauty plays a really important role in the practice of science, we want to understand, how does this shape other fields like business or law or architecture or even politics? And so that's what this symposium is about. It's about bringing together people from a variety of backgrounds to explore how beauty shapes not only science but other domains of work.
I think one of the very important questions this conference is asking is, how is beauty integral or related to my everyday work? And as an architect, I think I do this 24/7, right? There's this big conversation in architecture about form or function.
Within business, I think you can seek to achieve that beauty not only in the products and services you provide, but also in how you treat people and how you organize teams.
I'm interested in what about work can be beautiful in the sense of both attractive but also good for our human flourishing.
The good, the true, and the beautiful, these are the fundamental perennial values. And if you look to this day, most people would talk about the true and the good. They would talk about that. Ethics is everywhere these days. But beauty, people don't talk about it. They think it's trivial, like it's superficial.
We're the Catholic University of America, so we care a lot about things that point to the transcendental. I think what makes us different from just being a rational animal is that we have an appreciation for beauty and for what unites us as human beings. And I think that's critically important for a university in every discipline.
Beauty, I think, is connected to truth and goodness, but not always tethered to it. It could be unmoored from it and mislead us.
What's really interesting is not the properties of the things we find beautiful, but the response we have to the things we find beautiful. And that's what beauty means to me. It means we're responding in a certain kind of way.
Attention to beauty and aesthetics is a vehicle to bring people together, to enrich their lives, to give them meaning. And especially now when, given the current political, social, and cultural environment, maybe it's as important as it ever has been.
I think that this is a moment of despair for a lot of people on multiple fronts, whether that's political. Scientists obviously are grappling with climate change, environmental destruction, degradation. Ordinary people are dealing with economic inequality. I think that in dark times, people turn to the beautiful to motivate themselves, to remind themselves why life is worth living, what's truly precious and valuable.
I also find a lot of beauty in bringing people together. So this conference is one example of that. I like to see connections happen across different fields, different disciplines, people from different backgrounds, academics and practitioners coming together.
These conferences are rituals in a way where we come together. That's how a knowledge community, which is what this is. It's the beginning of a knowledge community where people share ideas and language and create a public presence outside of the academy happen. So the interactions are important, but the ritual of the conference itself is an artifact, and it's important in that way.
Where in America do we have public conversations about beauty? This is one of the few that I know of.
Beauty is the attractive power of reality. Reality draws us to itself and does it in various ways. And I'm really interested in looking at how that happens from a variety of perspectives.